What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm bringing you guys another amazing set of VGC 2020 battles using the same team we showed off in the last video. We have Zoroark, Galarian, Rapidash, Red Card, Talonflame, Duraludon, Butterfree, and Dracovish. I feel that in the last set of games, I didn't really show off that much Rapidash. I wanted to, it just wasn't really the best Pokemon for those games. It was a lot more of Duraludon, Dracovish in the last one, but for this one, we're going to start to show off a lot more Galarian, Rapidash. I feel it's a very unique Pokemon because it is a Psychic Fairy type. It can be compared to Pokemon like Gardevoir. It does get the Imprison Trick Room just like the Gardevoir line, but what sets it apart is the bounce. And so not only can it go for the Imprison, it can go for Trick Room if you actually need to, Trick Room yourself, but it can go for the Airstream, right? So it can enable our Choice Specs Duraludon. It can enable our Dracovish. It can enable our Zoroark and enable our Butterfree going for Sleep Powders and Befuddles. I think it's a very unique Pokemon, and still through use of Pixie Plate boosting the player up, it does actually just enough damage to other opposing Dragon types to really keep them off of your own Duraludon and Dracovish. If you guys want to try this team, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a little bit all in. Like, really good players are going to notice how to beat this team. You're going to see in some of the games today, people realize just what we're kind of trying to do from the team preview. So if you're fine with playing something that's a little bit predictable, but you just want to get to Master Ball and just want to win, I highly recommend this team. Hopefully you guys like it. Let's get right on into the battles. Here we go. All right, looks like we see a little bit of Raichu Pincurchin with Indeedee Dragapult with a little bit of a Trick Room option. That's actually really cool. That's really cool. How do I want to deal with that? So Talonflame, looks like Talonflame's probably going to be off the board for this one, unless I want to disguise Zoroark as Talonflame. I do think that Rapidash is still pretty good, because if he does go Porygon 2, we can Imprison. If they do eat Dragapult, we can punish. Rapidash is also very good against Psy spam in general. So I was talking about this in the other video I made with this team, that Rapidash is just a great check to Psy spam and TR and things like Dragapult. So like Rapidash is definitely a must bring Mon in this situation. What else do we want to lead with though? Remember, we're using a banded Dracovish, so it's not like it's scarfed. I think I wouldn't actually have a problem with going like Duraludon. But let's see. I think I might actually want to bring Zoroark as a lead, because Zoroark outspeeds some of those things quite a bit, unless it's like Scarfed Indeedee. I'm going to go Rapidash, Zoroark, and I'm going to disguise my Zoroark as something that they think they can take advantage of, right? So I think I'm going to disguise it as Butterfree, because I want to bring the Butterfree. And then I don't mind bringing Duraludon. I think I'm actually going to bring Dracovish instead of Duraludon, just because it has a much better matchup versus the Conkeldurr, if that actually has to come to that. So let's see if we can get this to work. Rapidash Butterfree seems pretty pog. Guys, remember when you're using Zoroark, you usually want to disguise your Zoroark as the second Pokemon. I say usually, once people kind of catch on that that's a tendency that you have as a player, maybe you decide to mix it up, but more often than not, players are going to be leading with their Zoroarks on that first slot. And so if anyone's ever going to expect something to be Zoroark, if they expect you to lead with Zoroark as one of your first two, they usually expect you to lock it in first, especially if it's higher up on the team preview page. So like right now, Zoroark would definitely be getting fake outed by that Raichu. And so what I think I'm actually going to do is I think I'm actually just going to go for a Max Starfall. Remember, this is boosted by Pixie Plate into that Dragapult, and I don't know what... I mean, I could just switch in. It doesn't really matter to me if my Butterfree... I mean, if my Zoroark gets fake outed. I don't think that really matters. I guess I'll just go for the Dark Pulse into the Raichu. You might definitely switch in the Pincurchin and go for like a Rising Force. We'll see. Rapidash is quite fast too, so if it's like a modest Raichu, we are outspeeding. I think this is still a solid play because this can reset the terrain too. If you want to switch in the Pincurchin, yeah, if that's timid Raichu, I mean, actually, it's going to be Surge Surfer. So actually, we're just going to take a shit ton of damage here. But the good thing is we're Dynamaxing, right? The good thing is we're Dynamaxing. We're going to be able to take away his terrain. We might lose our Zoroark to like a Specs Rising Force this turn, because remember, that is that Surge Surfer. He's activating that ability right now. Rapidash should be fine though, and that's the most important thing. I wonder if that's Sash. I wonder which one of these mons have Sash, right? The Raichu, the Pincurchin, or the Dragapult. It's kind of hard to say. If I did have Protect on my Zoroark, I would have used it this turn. But we'll see. I think I'm just going to send out my Dracovish next turn and probably go for like Airstreams. Depending on if they send out, like, I almost hope that that Pincurchin Sash so I can get some speed boost going. So let's see. Survey says good damage. Zoroark gets one-shotted. Holy moly. Bye-bye, Zoroark. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage. And we take those. Rising Voltage, big damage. I'm curious. I thought Rising Voltage hit both. Wow, that guy's thick. That is actually one thick boy. Alright, so we got the Misty Terrain up. Remember, that's going to weaken the power of Dragon Move, which is actually really nice. It's really, really nice that weakens that. Yeah, I could have swore that I thought that move was an AoE move. I thought it was like Expanding Force, but it's just a lot of standard damage. So if I was Sash Butterfree, I would have been in a good spot. So we can bust out the Dracovish here. He's seen all of our mons now. I do think that an Airstream can KO the Pincurchin from here. So I'm going to try and KO that, and then we're going to use Vicious Rend here to KO the Raichu. I do think that my Rapidash is outspeeding this Raichu. I'm pretty sure it's a modest set because he's used to the Surge Surfer. So our 105 base speed Galarian Rapidash should be able to overtake the Raichu. We'll see. There's a bunch of things that could happen. Sucker Punches, hard switches. We could also like not KO the Pincurchin with this Airstream, which would be not the greatest, but we'll see. Protect Raichu, that's completely fine. I just want my Airstream. Like, let me get that Airstream, because now we know that we outspeed it, right? That's that's even better. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get 2 Airstreams. I'm gonna be able to get, that's a +2 Airstreams. Yo, we taking those all the way to the bank. I actually think you should switch out this Raichu. Sorry, yeah, I think you should actually switch it out. I wonder if we actually do KO with Bounce. Do I need +2? I think we do actually need +2 to be able to make sure we outspeed Dragapult. I don't mind going for an Airstream into the Pincurchin again. And then another Vicious Rend to the Raichu. I don't think it's Sash Raichu. I really don't think that it is. And so we're just going to go after this. I don't think he's going to Dynamax it either, because like Dracovish is going to be coming in hot right now. So let's see if he switches. Let's see what he actually does. We're in a pretty decent spot. We're running out of Dynamax turns. We have a Butterfree in the back. And Misty Terrain is actually starting to run out, so like we might be able to go for some Sleep Powders. At the very least, we can go for like redirections and kind of play Protect the Dragapult. Sorry, the Dracovish. And Dracovish is actually still pretty good, even versus like Dragapult. I wonder if it's like a weakness policy Pult. Yeah, we'll see. Either way, he does not want to take this damage. There's like no way he wants to eat like this damage. And I'm actually happy there's a Misty Terrain, because like what move would his Dragapult be using against my Dracovish, right? It would probably be like, wow, that's a lot of damage. It'd probably be like a Dragon Attack, guys. And remember, Dragon Attacks are weakened, right, in the Misty Terrain. So, pretty good stuff. That's a +2 speed boost. Don't you love to see it? And if he does have that Porygon in the back, we just imprison it. So, I think we're in a pretty good spot. This was our last turn of Dynamax, I believe. And unless this Raichu's sashed, well, it might be sashed. Yeah, that's a +. Sash, never lucky. What move are you going for, Chief? Discharge? No. Rising Voltage. That's not going to do enough. It's not going to do enough. We are thick. Dummy thick. Now, I wonder what I should be doing against this Dragapult. I could probably ignore that Raichu for like one more turn. I wonder if he's going to like switch it out to like reset Fake Outs. If he even has Fake Out. It's kind of hard to say. What do you guys think? Is Dragapult coming back in? I'm going to nuke that. I think you actually just nuke the Pult and ignore the Raichu this turn. Because I think he's going to be Dynamaxing it. And I think Vicious Rend plus a Play Rough will be able to take it out. At the very least, like this Play Rough, if it does KO, that's great. But this would get redirected into the Raichu. And yeah, he can go for a Protect there. But we've already seen Protect on the Raichu, right? So if there was one Mon that would be protecting, we can kind of assume it might be the Raichu. Dragapults sometimes do carry Protect. I've definitely seen it. If this guy's a type of player that carries Protect on Pincurchin and Raichu, it's definitely possible he's carrying Protect Dragapult. So we're going a little bit in on the Pult here. But if there was one Mon that was going to Dynamax here, you would expect it to be the full health Dragapult. So let's see it. We do outspeed this guy quite a bit. Vicious Rend is still going to hit super hard. Super hard. I still think Vicious Rend is going to do 20-30%. It's all really up to how much damage this Pixie Plate stabbed Play Rough does. It didn't actually do a ton of damage to the Pincurchin, so let's actually see. There is still a Misty Terrain on the board. Survey says, can we hit Play Rough's Ally Switch? Okay, that's actually really smart. So he's seen Ally Switch, Protect, and Rising Voltage. Probably has Expanding Force's last move. So he's going to be able to soak the Play Rough there. That's super, super smart. Let's see how much damage we actually do with Vicious Rend. Survey says, the big Vicious Rend, it's about half. So either way, whoever he hits, we're just going to be in a great spot. I note that he's not Airstreaming because, like, what's the point, really? So he gets going to be able to do the damage to the Rapidash here. Let's see. It's all up to what the last Mon is. We do have a Sashed Butterfree able to go for Rage Powders to redirect. He's also Orbed, so that's really, really nice. I wonder if the last Mon is one that can even use, like... We might have to watch out for Ally Switch in the last Mon, so we'll see. So Survey says, hopefully it's not an AoE Mon. Let's see what it is. Conkeldurr. All right, I'm just going to use just Rage Powder. Rage Powder it up, yo. Let's go. Rage Powder. Ooh, the Rage Powder. And you don't want to go for Sleep Powder here because there's still Misty Shrine. So I'm actually just going to go for the Fisher Surrender and the Dragapult and just a Rage Powder. Our Butterfree is sashed, so I think we can just actually... Hey, that's super smart. What are you going to do? I don't think I could one-shot a Conk. I mean, I might be able to, but I do think that, like, this is probably the right play. And then next turn, I wonder if he's... I guess he didn't go for Mach Punch there. He's probably just actually hitting the Butterfree. That's super smart. I don't know if my Dracovish can live through a Mach Punch at -1 defense. That's like the issue. Miss dissipates. Awesome. And let's see if he gets burned here on the Conk. No. Okay. So I think I might actually want to just go for like a Sleep Powder into the Conk. And just go for a Vicious Rend. Because you got to get that Pult off the board. You have to. You can't ignore the Pult right now. It's his Maximon. It's super big. And if he wants to go for like damage on the Dracovish, right? Well, then he's ignoring our Butterfree. We get the Sleep Powder off. We're in a good spot. I don't want to go for just a raw Hurricane either because that can super miss. And so let's see. He could totally Mach Punch my Butterfree, but then he's left to deal with the Dracovish. And he might actually be able to still win if he does that, because then he can just Mach Punch Dracovish. He goes for a second Max Guard. Not today, Chief. That's still the right play. Survey says Mach Punch into Butterfree. That is the correct play as well. Yeah, I guess I could have just targeted the Conkeldurr last turn with like a Hurricane, but like it's probably vested. Oh, that would actually, he's so smart. I forgot. Chat, he's the smartest person ever. I forgot Max Guard makes it so you actually don't get your yeah, I don't get the damage boost if he goes for that. So it's actually super smart. I should have actually just nuked the Conk like both turns. So I definitely misplayed this one. I think the best thing we can do is just go for this, expecting his Dragapult to protect one more turn. Nah. Oh well. And it looks like it does KO. Okay, we got the crit. All right, we got the crit. He's just going to go for Dragon Darts, but this guy played super well. And that's what happens when you're at the very top of the ladder. I felt that I had this game in the bag, and I overcommitted into dealing with his Dynamax Mon. I should have checked that Dragapult, the Conkeldurr slot multiple times, because well, I mean, we still lose, but, like, good play from our opponent. I forgot he was orbed. Even though we lost last Mon, we still do take the L. And I feel that overall, I rushed it a little bit too much, but, you know, sometimes those things happen. If this was like a best of 3, though, I do think that I would be able to stabilize. All right, look at that team. There's an Azumarill over there with Whimsicott, Weavile, Venusaur. I think the Talonflame's the sauce here. There aren't even any Intimidators. Best thing he has is like Wheezing with Neutralizing Gas, and we still just outspeed everything. So I think that Talonflame is really, really nice. I also think I can get away with like Talonflame Dracovish here. Talonflame Dracovish is really good. I like Rapidash, though, too. What if I just want, like, Rapidash? Like, Rapidash is really good versus a lot of those. Like, Talonflame and Rapidash with the ability to go Dracovish in the back. And then, like, Duraludon's good versus a decent number of those guys. Butterfree's okay. Butterfree's just okay. The only reason you'd want to bring Butterfree is to block, like, Max Quakes from the Venusaur, but other than that, we're fine. I think I'm just going to bring the Duraludon. Duraludon's pretty good versus Weavile, I think. Duraludon takes neutral damage from both Weavile's stabs, the Dark and the Ice, but then Duraludon has a pretty decent defense stat, and we're rocking a pretty bulky Duraludon spec set, so I think we're being in a good spot here. Also, like, we can preemptively get, like, Steel Spike boosts. Remember, we are using the Steel Spike set on the Duraludon, so if we want to get some defense boost on our team, be able to bulk up our Dracovish, be able to bulk up our Duraludon, we'll be in a pretty good spot. So we're going to see Whimsicott Venusaur. Yo, okay. That works for me. I wonder what's going to happen. Because, like, right now, this is the sauce right here. I think we're actually just going to, like, I think I want to just go Brave Bird Airstream. Do I want to do that? Let me think about this. I could also just, like, Tailwind Airstream, and that would just be the sauce. I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. This is going to be dope. Tailwind Airstream. I'm so fast. And then next turn, I'm going to be even faster. Well, not really even faster. I'm going to be able to go for Brave Bird next turn. I might just go for, like, Flare Blitz into the Whim, because I can burn. Break the Sash that way. But big Rapidash. Looks like he's still could be G-Maxing, I guess. This should not KO the Venusaur, by the way, if he decides to max. And the good thing is, if he's, like, just going for, like, something else, I guess. Yeah, he's going to not max. Looks like he's probably going for, like, a Sleep Powder play. So let's see. We might actually be able to KO a not max Venusaur with this. Goes for a Sunny Day. I get that, because now, like, if that's actually a Chlorophyll Whim, it's not actually Chlorophyll Whim. Actually, it might be. No, Rapidash would have been faster. I was going to say, if it was Chlorophyll Whim, though, it'd be, like, double Chlorophyll Pog, but, like, lots of damage, almost getting the KO. Are you going to be Life Orb? Are you going to be Sashed? You're going for those Sleep Powders? Survey says, maybe he's using our Growth now. That'd suck. Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I Dynamax though, so like I Dynamax just for that. And let's see, who do you want to actually take out? I do think that it's probably a better idea to just go for the Flare Blitz here because it's boosted by the sun too, so if he does switch, it's actually more damage. And then I think I'm actually going to go for a second Airstream just in case he wants a Tailwind on top of it, because if he Tailwinds right now, he's going to have +4 speed, right? No, that means it's actually the right play to just nuke the Venusaur with the Brave Bird then. I know how my speed tiers work. And then I think I'm just going to Airstream the Whim. So I can have Ultimo speed control. Show me Tailwind. Alright, well. Show me the value. Brave Bird beatdown. Let's go. And that guy's down for the count. And so Whimsicott's going to get its Sash Clock too. I'm sure he's Sash. Show me that Tailwind. Yeah, I told you. See? See? If I would have not done it targeting like that, his Venusaur would have had the Chlorophyll boost and the Tailwind boost. And it would have been big sad energy for me. But in this scenario, oh, that's actually a really bulky Whimsicott. Okay. So now we're sitting pretty right now. We got +2 and Tailwinds. We're so big right now. Like, there ain't no way that you're outspeeding us. The best you could do is like try to like Trick Room us with something. I don't even think your team had Trick Room potential. So let's see. What you got, Chief? Weavile. Nice fake out potential over there. I see you, Chief. Yo, it'd be a shame if someone had the absolute massive play to go for the huge Galarian Rapidash Max Starfall. Super effective into the Weavile. Let's see what you got, Chief. Let's see it. You haven't maxed yet, but like, that's not really good max board. The power, the aggressive tendencies of Galarian Rapidash Talonflame, rocking that speed. And if I felt like I was going to get Trick Roomed, I could have just used Imprisoned Trick Room. Right, go for the fake on the Talonflame. It's completely fine. I'm going to take a Weavile out. And you're going to take your Weavile out, actually. I forgot. I'm using a red card. Yo, who wants this damage? Actually, it's so nice, actually, that we're going to be hitting this, because that was going to be his max Mon, right? That was going to be the Mon that actually won the Dynamax, and now it's just not going to be not going to be nearly as healthy. Goes for a Charm here, so he has Charm. I think we can actually probably ignore that Whim for the rest of the game, because we've seen Tailwind, Chlorophyll, Charm, right? I think that's fine. I think we're just going to nuke the Azumarill next turn. Probably like, yeah, I think we just nuke into it. I think we're going to be fine. So like Play Rough plus Brave Bird. Even if he goes for the Charm on the Talonflame, might be able to take it out. At the very least, it'll stop it from being able to set up a Belly Drum, and that's the really important part. Or we could just Trick Room him with all this speed. Let's just go for it. Let's go Rapidash. Again, you could totally Dynamax that Azumarill, but if you're Dynamaxing it, you're not using Belly Drum. And like, if you're not using Belly Drum, like, I'll take that. That's exactly how I'm looking at this right now. He used to get like Max Guard and try and get something done. It'd be funny if like Dynamax that Whimsicott there and just slammed me in with like freaking something crazy. But Super Saiyan, big shiny Azumarill popping it off right now. We do outspeed this guy quite a bit. Maybe we'll get some attack drops. There's another Charm, probably in the Talonflame this turn. Yep. So Talonflame's going to do it -2, Rapidash is at -2 again. We're just trying to get the Azumarill low enough. Almost level. See Citrus Berry, survey says no citrus. Awesome. Yeah, it's decent damage. I think it's actually better to like not go after the Whimsicott right now. I think it's better because like what's Whimsicott gonna do? Just charm till the cows come home. I think that's absolutely fine. And so what do we have in the back? I think we had Duraludon. And Duraludon's like super nice here, by the way. He's orbed. Okay. Tailwind Peter's out. I'm pretty sure he still has a Tailwind up. Right, because he set his Tailwind after mine. So we're going to try to Tailwind his Tailwind. He could totally try and taunt me, but like that would mean his Whimsicott set is Charm, Taunt, Tailwind, Sunny Day, which is not the sauce. Even if it is, I still think our Duraludon's fine. Because if he has like, what would he have versus Duraludon? I guess you can get high horsepower now on Azumarill, but you can also get like superpower. Those aren't that great here. I think you actually still need to go for the Thunderbolt here. I don't want to risk it and not get the KO with, what's that move? I don't want to risk it and not pick up a KO with Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon would be much better to use versus Weavile, but like I said, I think this is a smarter play. You can try and Max Guard me and do something with the Whim, but I don't think he has it. There's another Charm. See, I told you he doesn't have anything. He might have like Protect there. And if that's your sauce, like, I think we're going to be good. So Tailwind, rematching that speed control. Duraludon should be able to take out the Azumarill this turn. And then his Tailwind's actually going to be down. So it's incredibly valuable for me. And I think we're just going to fodder the Talonflame at this point. I think we're just going to keep it in and go after the Weavile and make it so Weavile has to, like, double target. Sunlight fades. It's fine. We don't even need it. Tailwind peters out. So he's going to be retailing that Whimsicott. And let's see what the Weavile can get done. I don't think it's sashed. It might be. We have Dracovish in the back, which is still super good here. And let's see what the big Weavile can do. Survey says Flare Blitz. Survey says Thunderbolt, Lamau. Specs Thunderbolt. Respect the specs. Respects my Thunderbolt. And let's see it. Like, you can fake out again. Fake out Tailwind? That's not really that good. Because you're still taking damage on one of these guys. So, like, what is Weavile to do? It's like King's Rock Weavile with, like, beat up. He'd only hit, like, once right now. I'll see it. The ball's in his court. I doubt Weavile has Protect. Let's see. Fake out. He goes for it. You've chosen incorrectly. Flare Blitz. All right. Oh, is he attacking with the Whim? All right. Let's see what the Whim's actual attack is, guys. We're at -4. Can we get a burn? Survey says we can't get a burn. There's a freaking Misty Train on the board. Druid unflinched. And he does have Moonblast. Okay. Hey, him having Moonblast actually changes the game. He should have used Moonblast like 3 times already. Special attack drop really does suck. Yeah, let's see what we actually want to get done here. The good thing is he didn't reset his Tailwind, right? So he's going to have to do that this turn. And then he could only take out one of my Mons. He cannot do both of them. I still think we can take out the Weavile with him at -1 special attack. Ice Shard. Yo, he wants it. He knows. Almost. Almost. He doesn't even set the Tailwind. That's actually kind of cool. Ice Shard's dope. And so let's see if we actually get killed here on a Talonflame. I hope not. I hope we actually live on a sliver of health because Talonflame's the best Pokemon in the world. Survey says 6 HP, baby. Staying alive. Staying alive. And you know what? That Whimsicott actually staying alive because it's got that special attack drop. Again, he still hasn't redone his Tailwind, so like Talonflame's still getting that big outspeed. Druidon goes down, and it's time for the big deed Dracovish to make its presence known. Better late than never, right? And remember, this game, like, Rapidash was super nice here. Super nice Rapidash play, I think. Now let's go. Dracovish. We're not even going to really need it. Pop one of these up. Might as well just pop one of those as well. And we're going to take the win. Yo, Whimsicott has the syndrome of all my friends are dead. His set was Moonblast, Tailwind, Charm, Sunny Day. Cool set. He used the moves in the right order, going for the Sunny Day first and then the Tailwind, but we were just a little bit too good. So hopefully you guys like this team. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about Galarian Rapidash. You're able to go for a bunch of really cool things with this Pokemon. It doesn't really pack a lot of damage, but the ability to be aggressive and regain multiple forms of speed control, whether that means setting a Trick Room, imprisoning a Trick Room, or going for like an Airstream boost to enable Pokemon like Dracovish or Druidon to sweep, I think it's actually super nice. Hopefully you guys like the team. Let me know what you think about it and the answer to the question of the day in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.